What's up, guys? Chaz and Charlie. Today I want to discuss people using the excuse of weed has never killed anybody, so what's the big deal? A lot of times when people try to justify weed addiction, they'll say, well, name the people weed has killed, or weed doesn't kill anybody, on things like alcohol, from drunk driving to narcotics. Which is true if we're talking about drugs who per se actually kill people. We would be on definitely the lower end of that scale. Typically you won't die from smoking a whole lot of weed, although I'm sure if we do some kind of study somewhere in some part of time, maybe has possibly died from weed overdose, but we know it's not as common. So I would never say that, weed will just, have you dropping dead around here. Weed doesn't kill. But is that the best excuse to use when we're talking about abusing weed or being addicted to weed? We'll say, well, like I said, it's not going to kill me, so it's really a big deal. But with many addictions, it doesn't per se kill you. A lot of times we like to justify things we do with and compare it to the worst case scenario. Like I said, we do know that alcoholism can kill you, whether it kills your liver or you die from drunk driving. We know that narcotics can actually kill you. You can't do most narcotics for a long period of time without it having some deadly effect on your body. But there are many addictions that we use that are dangerous or harmful to us. It doesn't necessarily kill us. When you look at gambling doesn't kill anybody. When you look at, let's say you are addicted to shopping doesn't kill anybody. If you're looking at corn, it doesn't kill anybody. Cigarettes may actually kill you, can give you lung cancer, but whatever the case, look at your phone. Your phone doesn't actually kill you, and we can go down a list of many other things that people are addicted to that, excuse me, that doesn't necessarily actually kill you. Sorry there, throat not clear. So we should ask ourselves, okay, it doesn't kill me, but can it figuratively maybe kill my brain or rot my brain? And we know we have the cliche stoner on TV, the one where you smoke weed and oh man, what's up, dude? What's up? Who's smoking the weed? Yeah. We have the typical stoners that, kind of give out this message that weed makes you dumb, weed kills your brain cells, which I'm not going to say everybody who is addicted to weed fits this same criteria. I will say weed can sometimes make you slightly stupider. I mean, not any way that you're the cliche Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, but you may repeatedly forget your keys. You may, be a little not cognitive of your surroundings or things around you if you tend to smoke weed all the time. So it doesn't make you like retarded, but I mean, it can make you unaware, definitely. But okay, does it rot your brain like that? But I would say in a different way that we don't realize it. Again, I think that I've said in the past, hold on guys. I've said in the past, I personally think the government wants you to smoke weed. They say it's a war on drugs and they want to classify weed to send you to jail. But honestly, I think they want you to smoke weed. I think that's why weed did have this big boom in the 60s and the 70s. Because we had a lot of things that was going on as far as politics, as far as behind the scenes. And they used weed to rather distract you. So if you do have all these things like we have now with inflation and all these mental health issues and family issues and a lot of problems in society if they infiltrate the system with weed. People tend to smoke weed and be like, it's not a big deal, or my life isn't in shambles, or, I'm having thoughts about or anxiety about things, but let me smoke weed to get over it, not actually fix the problem, not actually find a solution, not actually be aware of what I'm seeing, what's around me, so I can either not partake in it or make a change. So it doesn't necessarily rot your brain as far as making you a dummy, but it can make you very unaware, be very stagnant in your life and not take change. Of course, there are some people who say, well, I smoke weed all day and I have several businesses and yada, 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 and I'm not lazy. Yeah, I'm not saying it necessarily make you lazy, but it can make you justify a lot of things around you and try to, take a positive attitude when on maybe something that, something is negative and you should actually make a change about it. And I think weed always giving you this positive outlook on some situations might cause you to not think something is a big problem, not think something is a issue that needs to be solved in the near future. So again, we'll say, because weed doesn't kill me, I'm not gonna I can smoke weed for 25 years and not get lung cancer, which I actually may beg to differ. If you probably smoke blunts like what I did, I didn't really care for joints, didn't really care for vaping. I tried to actually try vaping to wean myself off of smoking, but I didn't like it, so I just went back to smoking blunts. So when you're smoking a cigar, you kind of have a slight chance of getting lung cancer, because you are, pumping tobacco into your lungs on a daily basis. People will say, well, just do edibles. I don't honestly think, I think people can, I think if you strictly do edibles, I think it's hard to become addicted like you would if you're smoking. When you smoke, you get a more immediate high. You're going to be high within 10 or 15 minutes of you actually taking in a weed, whereas edibles, that takes sometimes 2, even 3 hours before the effects kicks in. So it's so long that you probably will do edibles maybe once a week, maybe once a month, special occasions, things where you can time it to where I'm gonna be high in the next 2-3 hours. Versus smoking is a more immediate effect, it's a more instant gratification. So I do think you are more prone to be addicted if you smoke weed versus ingesting it as an edible. So, yeah, is it not bad because it won't kill you per se? Like I said, I'll say again, most addictions don't kill you. You don't drop dead from doing them. But after repeated use, years and years, it can, kill certain aspects of your brain, kill certain aspects of your mind, of your motivation, of your drive, of your thought pattern. It can figuratively kill you. You can. And I look at people who have smoked weed for their whole life. In most cases, from what I've seen, they have kind of stayed in one spot. Most of them don't mature into another level. They don't advance to another level professionally. They don't become this, special person. They kind of stay as the norm. They do what society tells them. They become comfortable with mediocrity. They become content with being average. And not saying that's the worst thing. Would you rather be an average American or would you rather be a crackhead? Of course, be an average American. But, Being an average American, you just get stuck in this cycle. You don't aim for better. You don't aim for more. And if you say, well, like I said, I could smoke weed and aim for non-average, if you can do that, just think how much more you could do if you chose not to smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Not people just smoke weed every now and then, but smoke it every day. So, I would be aware, I would be weary of using weed on a daily basis and using an excuse that it doesn't kill me, so it's not a big deal. And we either, a lot of times, either put weed on this pedestal or making it this high and almighty herb, or we kind of underplay it and not realize the effects it can have if we just let it stick around, because it's not a big deal. So we don't, a lot of times we have to think of things in a more balanced light. We can't think it on one extreme or the other extreme, but kind of meet somewhere in the middle. Like I said, we shouldn't underplay weed, we shouldn't overplay weed. But whatever the case, guys, what do you think? Do you feel like because it doesn't kill you, it's not a big deal? What do you think? So anyway, guys, until next time, like, subscribe, share. Most importantly, comment below. Let me know how you feel. And remember, guys, we are all in this together. Peace.
Tired of the fog in my head, static vision dull as lead, sunlight piercing ash gray clouds, rising up, breaking out loud. Morning comes with a killer's grin, no more shadows, I'm giving in. Snap these chains binding my feet, hit the pavement, feeling the heat. Burn out the haze, I'm on fire, no more dragging me so tired. Seeing clear, no twisted desire, burning through like a live wire. Thoughts screaming through dirty bars, echo sharp like 1,000 scars. Walking straight, don't care how far, eyes wide open, count stars. The last drag was my victory cry, no more burn, just getting high. Real life hitting like a war drum, clean slate, baby, here I come.